All right, greetings, family. Welcome to another edition of Baba TV Every Time Fire. And I have a very, very special guest to bring forward to the family on Baba TV. She's new to the Baba TV family. First, I want to give a shout out to Melchizedek, Supreme Shabazz Allah, Universal High Priest of the Nation of Islam on earth and in the universe. Melchizedek always hooking me up with people. He told me, I want you to interview this sister, brother. And she got a lot of pertinent information to give. I say, yes, sir. You know, well, so when Melchizedek calls, I answer the call to my elder brother who just celebrated his 90th birthday. Shout out to brother Melchizedek. We will have him on a little bit later in the program. And I just want to shout out to the whole nation of Islam. Shout out to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Shout out to uh, all of the laborers and all of the people of the Nation of Islam. As you know, Baba TV is a unifying figure. I don't believe in busting the house down. I believe in keeping the family together on Baba TV. Now, what goes on outside Baba TV, I can't control that. But in this house, it's not a family until everybody is in the house. So, with that being said, I would like to introduce to the family Sister Malik'ah Muhammad. This sister who has, I just want to give a little introduction. I don't want to speak too much for her. That she has been a member of the Nation of Islam for 30 years or more out of Mosque number 7 under Minister Conrad Muhammad. And she has businesses, and she had a business, I think, and I'll let her expound more on that. So without further ado, I bring to you our sister, our beautiful sister, Sister Malik'ah Muhammad.
Thank you,
Go ahead,
Baba.
sis.
Thank you, Baba. All praises due to Allah. Can you hear me, beloved?
Loud and clear.
Oh, Allahu Akbar. Beautiful. Thank you. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I want to thank you for inviting me to your show and welcoming me to your show. And I want to first thank the High Priest, Melchizedek Shabazz Allah, for seeing in me something that he wanted to put on display and share with the world. And I want to thank Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, for uh, giving me all that I am through the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as an M.g.t and GCC. Um, I'm also giving thanks to our chief, my chief, Abdul Malik Muhammad, Chief Malgana, and we'll get into that later. But right now, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this divine opportunity to come before the people and to share the wonderful experiences and to share a little bit of who I am and what I'm engaged in and how it can be something meaningful to those that are listening.
Beautiful, beautiful sister. First off, how did where are you from? Are you from New York City?
Yes, sir. I'm from New York City, born in Queens, New York, raised in Manhattan, Harlem, and downtown Manhattan.
Mm. Shout out to 165th and Jamaica Avenue, the
Okay.
Coliseum. Shout out to my family there on 165th
Yes.
Street in Jamaica, Queens. Um,
Yes. South side.
how long? What made you? What inspired you, or what drew you to joining the Nation of Islam 30 years ago?
31 years ago. 1994. I was in the world like everybody else. I was 21 and I was inwardly, I can remember feeling lost and out of place. And I felt that I wanted to have more purpose in life. And I remember asking God to guide me and not let me live and die as a sinner. This was my concerns at 21 years old. And I had no knowledge of the Nation of Islam, no knowledge of Islam at all, except for the fact that my family would play Minister Farrakhan during Christmas. Every Christmas, they would play his videos. And I still really didn't know who he was. But I remember just asking Allah, which at the time was just God. I didn't know his proper name or the name that we choose to call him. And when I asked him that, I began to see different people come into my life. I met two different brothers that stopped me where I was on the street and invited me to the mosque. And I went to the mosque. I can't remember what month it was, but it was 1994, and I fell in love with the M.g.t. I fell in love with the sisters on the wall, and the sister that was, I think it was Sister Dr. Ava Muhammad speaking. The video or the message, I believe it was the Path of War, and it spoke right into my spirit. And so from that day, at the time, Minister Conrad Muhammad was the minister. Assalamu alaikum. And I just fell in love with the mosque because I saw angels. That's what I saw. And as a young girl at 21 who wants to come out of the street, I needed to see something that would anchor me, and the message was very powerful. Dr. Khalid Muhammad was also on the scene at that time. And the message was powerful. The atmosphere was very powerful. Um, the classes were powerful. And so it was for me, I felt like this was where I belonged at that time. And I joined on site. I didn't even think twice about it. I just joined it and started to attend the classes. Yeah.
Beautiful. If you could just to the family who may not know, can you break down what is a MGTGCC?
Okay, yes, sir. MGT and GCC means Muslim Girl Training and General Civilization Class. That's the training units that were given to the women in the wilderness of North America by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So these classes are designed to teach us how to become girls again, where the world has made us into worldly women, where I myself personally was uncovered when I was found. I was half naked, inappropriately dressed for someone 21. Um, and I did not know that I was out of the proper clothing. But I began to learn that in my class, that there was a proper way so that I could be safe, so that I could be respected, that I should dress. And I learned that in the class. I learned how to communicate, how to be civilized, how to leave worldly character and behavior and people alone so that God could have my attention so that he could save me. And I was saved. I didn't go back to the world at all. Not one time did I think about I'm missing something out there. You know, um, the class is a training unit that is designed to give us discipline, which I received through the drilling, through attending the classes every Saturday. Actually, at that time, I was in the mosque. Anytime the doors are open, I lived in Harlem, so I would walk from 139th Street in Stravers Row to the mosque every single day that the doors were open for me. I was in the mosque religiously, So I took part in that training. And the general civilization is just, again, as I said, a class that is designed to give us civilization, put us back on the map of civilized women, as civilized women.
Beautiful. And
Mhm.
I wanted my next question would be why did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say that 75% of his teaching was directed towards the female and 25% was directed towards the male?
Okay. Well, the messenger said that 75% of the work is with the woman because we have been given, we are given as the second self after Allah, Master Prophet Muhammad. For those that know this, there are many people that may not know this, but when you teach a woman, you teach a nation. When you teach a man, you teach an individual, and it's because of the nature of the female that the way Allah has created us, we are more active. We are responsible for rearing your children. We're responsible for the household. we have a major responsibility that generally comes to us naturally. And so the responsibility that has been given to us, it is a role that we are naturally a partake in, but we're also trained through our 7 units how to keep house, how to rear our children, how to take care of our husbands, how to sew, how to cook, how to act at home and abroad. And with the male, their responsibility is to uphold the nation, uphold the family, uphold um, the uh, the woman, and for us, when we are giving birth to our children, we are giving birth to a God. So that responsibility of putting on a new mindset and implementing the 7 units is a lot of work. It is a work that we are dedicated to in order to transform our communities and transform the nation. So that is a work that was given to us that is a large number, 75%, but we do it joyfully. Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Can you talk about the science of prayer and fasting?
Mm, yes, sir. The science of prayer and fasting. There is a science because Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. And so many people pray and many people fast. But when you combine the two together, you get a mathematical explosion, I would say. And what happens is combining the Spirit of God with fasting, you are adding something with prayer and you are taking away something, which is fasting is a form of subtracting because you're releasing, you're purifying the body, you're cleansing. But to do it without the presence of God or the Spirit of God is just a diet. So there, when you combine the presence of God in anything that you do, you're going to be successful. It brings it into a higher frequency, as opposed to just fasting, which many people do. As we see today, everyone has a diet. They're doing OMAD and all these different things, but they're not incorporating prayer. So to incorporate prayer with your fasting, it brings about a transformation that is godly and God centered and more and long lasting and more effective. So,
Mm.
mhm.
Yeah, because I found that when I started to fast, this was quite a while ago, and I haven't done it in a while. And
Mhm.
everybody was telling me, talking about the 3 day fast. You got to do try to do 3 days. And so I found that after I did the first day was hard. When I
Mhm.
got through that first day, after that, when I got to the second and the third day, it was easy. But one thing I found is that my mind got real clear.
Yes.
I got real clear. I
Yeah.
calmed right down. I didn't crave or desire food.
Mm.
I could retain information. I could think clearly, just so many things. So,
Mm.
I mean, like you say, it's a strong spiritual force, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, cleansing of the body and the blood
Absolutely.
as well, sister.
Yes. Yes. It is cleansing. And I'm the opposite. When I'm fasting and doing my 3 days, the first day is easy for me. The second day is pretty easy. The third day is always the hardest for some reason. I guess it's because I'm ready to eat by that third day, you
Mhm,
know.
mhm.
But what motivates me is because I really desire to tap into my higher power. I desire to know all that I can be. And I've experienced that through praying and fasting. I've been able to experience what um, uh, my coach, my mentor, my guide has been Chief Abdul Malik Muhammad, formerly known as Brother Warren 2X. He has been teaching us this method that is teaching us to be much more successful in doing it, where many people start out doing the fasting. And in the nation, we do the 3 day fast once a month. But we find that because of the poisons in the atmosphere, the 5G in the atmosphere, the poisons in the food, everything being genetically modified. And this is being updated like our phones. Every day there's something new being added to the phone, to the food, to keep us broken and keep us sickly. And so the dietary disciplines have to be increased. And that is where fasting and praying has to be implemented, so that we are not just fasting for the month, we're fasting to stay clear, to stay healthy, to stay clear minded, to also to have increased disciplines, and to also enjoy the disciplines, because a lot of times also we get afraid, of losing weight, or we get lazy with the work that we have to do to, or I'd say the struggle, the difficulty that comes with fasting. It is not easy, but it's not hard either when you find that there are, that you're going to receive success, which is could be losing weight, it could be having less arthritis, clear thinking, more sharpness, as you mentioned earlier, and your skin clearing up. Your eyes becoming more bright. You become more beautiful. So these are things that happen to the body and to the mind that should motivate us to continue to engage in the principles of praying and fasting.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Mhm.
Um, well, let's talk about that navy bean.
Mm.
That navy bean. How important is the navy bean?
Yes.
And because I mean that it was introduced by to us by Master Farad Muhammad to the Honorable Elijah
Mhm.
Muhammad, and that being is and scientists and doctors are bearing witness to the
Mhm.
nutrition and the importance of that being today. Break down, sister, about that navy bean.
Okay, yes, sir. The navy bean, my favorite bean, the staple food of the Nation of Islam. The navy bean was given to us by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad as a bean that was first used in the Navy by the men of the Navy, and they used it because they were dealing in the submarines, going in atmospheres that were breeding. I think they were saying cancer. So that bean is able to counter the cancer cells. It also maintains. It has a high protein level. The navy bean also is designed to um, strengthen the brain and the mind. It also lightens the skin and purifies it. It lightens up internally the hyperpigmentation that we suffer from. A lot of us suffer from that when we get pimples. It keeps the skin clear. It also nourishes the cell tissue so that we are now having youthful skin, looking younger. So you notice that in the Nation of Islam, we've always had a signature look where you would see the FOI shining and the M.g.t shining, having that look like a brand new penny. That's largely because of the dietary law and the navy bean. That bean is largely responsible for our youthful appearance. And we would refer to the babies years ago as bean soup babies, because we had little babies that were super smart, that were breastfed, and they were reared on the navy bean, from their mothers who were in the training class that gave their babies the wheat bean soup and sharpened their minds. They were intelligent and thinking and doing really incredible things for babies. And I think it's largely responsible, that bean, the navy bean is responsible for that.
Mm.
Yes, it's a delicious bean too. Also, it produces the our staple our bean. What is it? The bean pie. I don't eat bean pies much anymore, but we make that bean pie like no other. The navy
Hmm.
bean pie.
What is the brother's name out of New Jersey? Pure love. That
Oh,
makes
pure
the
love. Yes,
pure
sir.
love.
I don't
Oh,
know his name though.
whenever I used to go by the mosque there, uh, in Harlem, the brothers would be out there with the vending table selling his pies. I've been trying to get him to send me some, but he doesn't deliver this far upstate in upstate New York. But those are some good pies. I'm not gonna
Yes.
lie.
Yes, sir.
Um, Sister, okay, now let's take us through, walk us through, because it's my understanding that you've been to Ghana
Yes.
and you have some footage here. And can you take over from here and just let me know what the videos that you would like for me to show to the family and your experience? Why did you go over there? You know, when did you go over there? How long were you there? So forth.
Okay. Well, I'm currently in prayer and fasting, the foundation to success, which is spearheaded, and the CEO's name is Abdul Malik Muhammad, also known as Warren 2X, Warren Jackson. But he's currently Abdul Malik Muhammad and Chief Malganat. And they went prayer and fasting. First of all, let me just say that I've been with prayer and fasting since 2021. That's about 4 years, September 4th. And last year they went to Ghana and they were establishing some of the community development. And so, and Chief was made a chief, Abdul Malik was made chief of 2 villages in Kintampo and Tamale. And this is in Accra, Ghana. And so he was establishing mosque, schools, and also adding water well systems to a village that did not have water. And so now, last year they got it installed. This year we were able to come in and visit it to make sure everything is running well and to reinforce the work that was done last year. So in the videos, you'll see some of the things that we experienced this year. This is my first time in Ghana, but it's not the delegation's first time. It was about 23 of us that went this year, and I believe 23 last year. And last year they went to Ghana for 3 weeks, and this year it was 4 weeks. So we spent 1 month out there, and it was absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And from what I hear, the trip to Ghana was even better this year because of having more experience. We in the footage you'll see. Is this no? Those are the photos. Go show the video first, please.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But
The first video.
So beautiful.
Okay, you can play that. That's
First
fine.
of all, why is God's temple not so beautiful?
Yeah, you can play that one.
Would you like me to play the last one, sis, or hold off on it?
Well, we can discuss that one first. And
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So we went to Ghana this year. And we went to first Accra. Well, first of all, we took a flight that was 24 hours from Chicago to Istanbul. And we stayed there for some hours. And then we went on to uh, Accra. And so that was where the delegation was able to meet the, I forgot what you referred to them to as, we have some people that were on his staff, his soldiers, and different chiefs and overlords. They were greeting us at the airport. So we met them there. We saw the places that we went to. We visited different chiefs in different villages. We saw their homes. We met beautiful people. One of the things that impressed me so much is the women riding on motorcycles that were with their babies, and they didn't have to wear helmets. No one was running them off the roads. They were being respected as they were driving on the streets, going to and fro. And I thought that was very impressive, that there was a level of civilization and respect for one another. And we went to a lot of celebrations and festivals and um, different, I'm not sure what you call these events where they have the chiefs dancing and they're being honored in their communities. We saw that and we did a lot of that. We also, we went to, let's see, we went to different, sorry, someone keeps texting. Sorry about that. We went to different areas and we were not there as tourists. Like most people go to Ghana, they go to visit, they go to tour, they go to sightsee. We were not there for that. We were there to work. And Chief Abdul Malik made that very clear from the beginning that we were there to put in work, you know, dealing with community development, meeting people, engagements, and building friendships, and also in which you'll see in the next video where he was discussing what prayer and fasting does. But while we were there, we were able to explore and experience beautiful people. The air was so beautiful. It was 3G Wi-Fi, so you could feel a lightness in the atmosphere, which we don't have here. We have a very dense atmosphere here in New York, and I'm pretty sure all over because of the Wi-Fi, which is extremely unhealthy. Um, we went to 3 high schools, and we went to those high schools twice to donate $10,000 to the high schools, and we were able to support them. Um, these schools were very disciplined, had disciplined children. They wore uniforms. They were very close knit. I think with about two to 3,000 students in one school, and we donated $10,000 to each school. So it was a total of 30,000, and supporting them in their academics. We met with the principal, the staff members. We did mentorship with the girls and building continuous relationships, not just a one-stop shop, not just a one-time relationship, but we're building continuous relationship with these young people. And also in creating jobs. That was another thing that we noticed. Some things that a lot of the members, a lot of the citizens of Ghana were um, in need of employment or greater employment. So we were thinking of ways to create labor that they could start earning more money. So this trip was not a vacation or a the average trip that most of us take when we go to Ghana. We travel. It was more of service, more of us being a service to the people and us learning um, mm, how to share what we have with them. Baba, what is he doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sister. Yep, I sure can.
Okay, I thought I lost you for a second.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Still here. All right,
Yes,
hold on
sir.
a second here. Let me get back on here. There we
Mm-hmm.
go. All right, all right. Would you like for me to play the video, the first one?
Yes, with Chief.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
And how do you clean God's temple up? By prayer, fasting. Cleaning up the building is a lot of work. Cleaning up God's temple is a lot of work. But once it's cleaned up, then it's not that much work anymore.
Beautiful.
So let's focus on cleaning this temple of God up. And once it's cleaned up, then it ain't that much more work to be done.
Telling the story of news on television, how your budgets are being down the story on television.
So old. The exact television.
Yes. We were just talking about that mosque over there. How much progress.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That message was extremely important. Yeah. Did you hear what he was saying?
Yes, I wasn't clear, but yeah, I heard he was talking about cleaning out, cleansing
Yes.
and so forth. And once you get the initial part done, then maintenance is
Mhm.
the easy part. Once you cleanse. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yes, he was making a comparison because we were talking about the building of a temple, a building, and he was referring to this temple, this building, being more important, and how if once we start cleansing this temple, then that temple will be as beautiful. But this temple is first to cleanse, and I thought that was really beautiful to share. That was primarily a lot of the work we were doing was to share with what we do, what we represent, what we stand for, what we actually do, and how that has to be implemented in the lives of humanity, so that we can fight cancer, diabetes, and lower the blood pressure, and all of the diseases that we're plagued with are primarily because we eat too much. So the focus in that conversation was really beautiful, just to get people to understand that this is the number one temple, not the building that is made by bricks, but this body.
Mm,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I wanted to ask you a couple more questions here
Sure. Yes,
that
sir.
I have, and talk about why did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach us that well, you just broke down about once a day, but the time of day, he said, I think it was between 4 and 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir. We're taught to eat between 4 and 6. The morning time, we don't have breakfast. The body is still digesting food from yesterday. And so by 4 o'clock, that is towards the evening. That is a period of time in the day where we should be somewhat relaxing. Most people are relaxing. And so by the time you're finished, it's around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. You're settling down, the sun is setting, everything is slowing down. And so this is also in alignment with the body. And so he designed for us to eat at a certain period in the day so that we could start training our bodies to slow down and to process the foods. And also, it would help us to live longer. Generally, when we eat during the day, we get sleepy, and we'll use the term niggeritis, which can impede us from doing the works that we generally do.
Yes, sister. Continue, talk about your organization and, and so forth and moving forward and what you're doing with the Zoom, how the people can contact you. You see, I got the
Mhm.
Instagram here.
Yes, sir.
Contact our sister here via Instagram here. She has two different pages. Talk
Mhm.
about I think you have jewelry. Do you sell jewelry? A
Oh,
business?
yes.
Talk to our people about that.
Okay, yes, sir. I am a small business owner. I've been in business for myself since 1994. And I started at the Mark 125 on 125th Street. But currently I recently had two spas, one in Long Island and one in Harlem, New York. And I recently closed it because of COVID. And so um, currently I work online. My businesses are online. And you can be reached. Well, I think you have the names here, but I manufacture jewelry, crystal jewelry, and I also do professional eyebrows. And I've been doing that for 31 years as well as a licensed esthetician.
I want to close out with any last words that you want to give to the people. What anything that you might think that the people. I'm done. I've emptied out with the questions, and I
Mm,
don't I don't I don't force it. I
yes,
don't do overkill. Once the spirit tells me that that's it,
yes,
Baba lets it go. So
yes,
I would like to leave the broadcast to
mm,
you, with you, and end it off with anything that you might have to say.
yes, sir. Thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate that. Prayer and fasting. I We log on every single morning at 6 a.m. Eastern and 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. Again, it's non-denominational, although majority of us are Muslim, Christian, some are Hebrew Israelite, and we discuss the importance of praying and fasting. We discuss the disciplines. We also point out the illnesses that are plaguing us and how to overcome them. We log on 7 days a week. We log on at 6 a.m. and we just discuss. We have a wonderful time interacting with one another. And the Zoom link is below. Prayer and fasting is not new. It's been around for about 6 years, and it is beautiful. I invite all of the listeners and viewers to join us in the morning. You can also find us on Facebook at Abdul Malik Muhammad, and we have our presentation 7 days a week on Zoom, from the Zoom, as well as on Facebook. And the link, I believe you'll post later in there. But it is something that will improve everyone's life. You'll see a big difference. I love it. I look forward to it each and every day. And I pray that those that are watching this live will be interested in finding more about what we do.
Beautiful, sister. And yes, I will put the link in the description with the phone number and so forth. And I would like to leave with this last video.
Yes.
Good
Thank you.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage the lyrically acclaimed. Ha. I like this young man because when he came out with the phrase, he went from ashy to classy. I like that. So everybody in the house, give a warm round of applause for the notorious B.I.G. The notorious B.I.G., ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him, y'all. Just ask the
Sky is the limit and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit and you know that you can keep on what you want, pressing what you want.
Oh shit!
Bezo, what's good?
What's up, Mr. Baba? Yo, check this out, Conscious World. This is the brother Baba, Baba TV. Yo, y'all need that conscious information, man? Check them out, Baba TV.
I give a shout out to Baba TV. When I'm home relaxing, I always watch Baba TV. Whenever you get a chance, check it out. Baba TV, #1. Peace out. Of course, we're from Baba TV always, brother. Always. Peace. Today, tomorrow, forever. Give a shout out to Baba TV. One love right here, Big Will in the house on 25th Street. Peace.
We on live with Baba TV, family.
Back. Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying?